This is Mr. Anthony Yard, Beast from the East, and you're watching Lights Up.
Thank you very much. Right, well, our main fight of this undercard press conference is a terrific heavyweight fight, and it's one of those which, again, is what we as people who follow the sport as commentators, it's the sort of fight you want to see, because you really don't know exactly how it's going to pan out. Joyce undefeated in 9. Brian Jennings, who, 4 years ago, fought at the distance with Vladimir Klitschko, and has only tasted defeat 3 times in his career. One of those was against Luis Ortiz, and then against Oscar Rivas in his last fight. He's going to be fighting Dillian White next week, and on the cards, I know it was very, very close going into that last round, and it was only in the 12th round that Rivas managed to win the fight. But Bryant, as ever, has come here in great physical condition. He's a guy who lives the life, and one of the few vegan sportsmen at the elite level of boxing. I can't think of another off the top of my head, but he is that, and proud of it. And Francis, first of all, just set the scene for these two as a fight, because it's one which has the makings of being a very good one.
Absolutely does. I said earlier on it's a genuine 50-50. I think both guys are trying to disagree with me, but I really do feel that with Bryant's experience at world level, you just mentioned the 3 guys that he's been defeated by, but you've just got to look at the guys he had beat over the years to know that he knows what it's all about, and he's obviously got world title aspirations of his own, and having those, getting back into world title contention. However, this man to my right, he's the juggernaut. He's just on a non-stop one-way mission to get to the top. And there's a man on Saturday night that's in his way. I think Joe's progression has been phenomenal. I think with especially now with Adam Booth training him, I think you're going to see a real different animal Saturday night.
Well, we'll hear from Bryant first of all. You look across at this big fella called the Juggernaut. Barry Jones said something about him. He said he pummels you into the ground. He beats you up and pummels you into the ground. That's the guy I commentate with. He's got this sort of relentless approach. How do you, with your style, how do you cope with that?
Well, I mean, you cope with it the best way you know how. And in boxing, you're not only defending, you have to defend as well. So the pummeling may just come from just one aspect, but what if a person, does not want to be pummeled?
You can't pummel what you can't get, presumably. That's
at all. And you can't pummel. You're gonna have a pummel versus pummel. So it's just, if it's gonna be rock'em sock'em robot, then let it be. Make sure you know what you hear.
Rock'em sock'em what?
If it's gonna be rock'em sock'em robot, y'all familiar with that? Oh, rock'em sock'em robot, the thing that.
Oh, okay. What, and the head pops up?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what rock'em sock'em robot is. So that's when 2 guys literally just stand in front of each other and literally just, and then first one. Yeah.
It's entertaining. Yeah. So
Yeah.
You like that? Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying you got
Your head pops up.
Yeah, or yours, maybe. Either or. Either or. You know it's boxing, so please don't ignore the possibility of anything happening in that ring. Okay? That's what experience will teach you. You go in, you thinking you got the whole fight. You think, I can do that. You may even think you can do a little bit, laying back and chilling. The next thing you know, wow, oh shit. So, those are possibilities.
Brian, did you think of taking an easier fight than this, big lad?
No, I always wanted, the tougher or toughest fights. That way I'm not wasting my time. I understand like having fights, coming off of layoffs. I understand those type of fights, but when it's time, let's make it meaningful. Because win or lose, if you win, if you lose, then it's like, okay, he lost to this guy. Wow, this guy, it's kind of a good loss. you know, and when I started boxing, I wanted to be able to know that I belong here. So throughout my career, since day one, I said, I want the toughest guy. Because if I don't belong here, let me know right now. Don't waste my time.
There's going to be a lot of guys watching online, on BT, commenting on social media, and they're going to be wanting to know, Joe Joyce here, 9 out of 9. You, at this stage in your career, coming in off a loss,
Right.
how much are you truly, in your heart, here to win?
You go out, you set out to win every single time. Every single time you set out to win. Nobody goes out and say, okay, I'm gonna go lay down. That ain't in my blood. You know, it's not in my DNA. Period, point blank. So laying down is that's just something I can't comprehend at all.
Do you think they've miscalculated?
Well, I mean, with that, I don't even know where they could calculate, where's the formula at for that? You know, I don't think that's not even a good calculation period. So to calculate the fact that, oh, okay, he's here to lay down, I don't know, they got their numbers wrong. Pull out a calculator.
Joe, how are you feeling at this stage, close to the fight? And what are you expecting? He says he's here to win, and maybe that you've miscalculated.
Well, I'm good. I'm ready. I've had a good camp. You know, I've been putting in the work and incorporating what Adam Bruce's been teaching me and the team, and I feel that I'm ready for whoever, and I'm really excited because it's going to be such a big fight against a very credible opponent. Brian Jennings, he's very experienced, and he's up for the challenge, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Do you feel by a distance that this is the biggest fight of your career to date?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's my professional career. Yeah, it's a big fight. We'll see what he's going to do. See if he's going to run, or is he going to come and go toe to toe, tash to tash.
Well, you'd think that's unlikely, wouldn't you?
Well, we shall see.
First 3 letters of assume.
Go on.
The first 3 letters of assume. Don't do it.
Oh, okay. All right, okay.
Don't become it. So, you know, don't assume. Just go out there and, you know, I know Adam has a thing for me. You know, 2014, I beat Mike Perez. Mike Perez was pretty much supposed to beat me. You know, Adam tried his best to try to do everything that, you know, he wanted Mike to do to be able to defeat me, and Mike didn't. So hopefully, you know,
yeah, I'm
you listen.
better than Mike Perez.
And he punches a hell of a lot harder as well.
I mean, I get that. I'm not comparing you to Mike Perez. I'm saying the fact that, you know, I mean, you're not better than Mike Perez. Mike Perez is one of the most technical guys.
Yeah.
No, he's one of the most technical guys. I mean, not to take away from him. We understand you're bigger, you're taller. We understand you're bigger, you're taller, you might punch harder, but as far as like the technical aspect, Mike Perez is a
because Cuban boxer.
Yeah, he's a Cuban boxer. But what I'm saying is that me and Adam have a little history, and I know Adam wants this. I know Adam wants this. Did he tell you that? Did he tell you that?
Nah, but
I'm quite sure he does. That's probably why I knew he trained you, but that's
okay,
not.
So
like
1-0 to you, but now it's time for redemption. And
well, no, I mean, no, it's just, it might be personal for him. So, you know, in that aspect, I'm gonna take it even more serious.
okay, well that's good.
It might be personal for him. Ain't got nothing to do with you. You are just his weapon to be able to say, I'm gonna get this motherfucker back.
Okay, yeah, well, if that's what you think.
No, it's real. I beat one of his fighters in
Why are you trying to
2014.
overcomplicate it? I'm just gonna come in with my simpleton, big guy juggernaut. It's just gonna be coming at you on Saturday night. So you just don't need to think of all the ins and outs. You just need to deal with the punches that are gonna be coming at you.
Right.
What's Adam added to the simpleton juggernaut? What's he put in?
Those slow, heavy punches coming at you for 12 rounds.
Okay.
How do you think he's improved you, seriously?
Just not to be like sitting target. To, after I've done my work, then I can get my head offline and try not to get hit with a punch in return. So. Yeah, just working on that, a lot of leg work, get my footwork a bit better, and firing off the legs.
You acknowledge that you know, maybe against Stevern and other fighters, maybe you've taken more than you would have wished?
I don't mind taking a few punches. You know, you can come out in the rain and not get wet. Right. So, but yeah, it's obviously better, more pleasing on the eye to, you know, give loads of punches and not take them in return.
You won every fight you've had inside the distance so far.
Yeah.
Are you going in with that sort of mindset again on Saturday night?
Yeah, I want to continue that knockout, 100% knockout ratio, and go 10-0 with 10 knockouts.
But if you win this, right, you really are right back in the mix. I mean, it's a huge chance of, don't really like using the word, but redemption for you. It's a chance to really get yourself back in the heavyweight reckoning.
Right. It's always elevation, you know, until you stop. And once it's over, it's over, you know. But for sure, we're moving forward. And you know, this is an obstacle.
That's all winning is done.
This is an obstacle, and you know, we're planning to move forward and move past this obstacle. We have to deal with it. Same thing, man. Have to deal with it.
So tell him what you expect to happen on Saturday night.
I mean, I expect him to bring his best. This is what it is. I expect him to bring his best, and I'm bringing mine. Bring your point blank. There's no other way to put it.
Distance fight, go long?
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
Joe?
I'll be happy for it not to go the distance.
I mean, of course.
Me too.
But I mean, I'm comfortable doing 12 rounds. I'm very fit, super fit. So, yeah, just wanna line them up and then knock them over.
Will you have one eye later on in the evening on Daniel Dubois and Nathan Gorman? Because obviously there's the possibility down the line that whoever wins this fight could wind up fighting the winner of that one.
Yeah, that's an interesting fight. You know, it's an option. You know, hopefully I get back to the dressing room, get changing, and have enough time to come out and watch it, because it's a very interesting fight. If not, hopefully I can watch it on the TV backstage in the dressing room.
Who do you think wins it?
It's a 50-50 fight again, and obviously Dubois is a very strong individual. If he lands on you, then you'll be in trouble. Whereas Gorman, you know, he's a lot more slick and very quick hooks, and you know, he's got.
You've been in the.
I've been in with both of them. I've watched them spar as well, so you know they're very 50-50, and you're just going to see the best. Who's the best in the that category in the state the Frank Warren stable.
Brian, how much do you know about that the other fight on the bill, Gorman and Dubois?
I only know about Gorman. You know, I've sparred with Gorman a few times.
How highly do you rate him?
He's young.
Yeah.
So he's a phenomenal kid. Only way to go is for up him. So he's a phenomenal kid. Can't really rate him based off of our performance and what we did, because we were really just working. But I did say this kid has a lot of potential, and looking at his past fights and stuff like that, he's a growing kid. I haven't watched enough or watched any of Daniel to be able to assess him in that manner. But I just think it's going to be a good fight for both of them.
Good to be on a big bill where there's a huge amount of interest.
Yeah. Honestly, I think me and Joe is the main attraction for real.
You think your fight could turn out to be a really top class fight?
No, on the card, I think me and Joe's fight is internationally more recognized. Internationally, I think we make the card. Don't take away anything from the main event, but I'm just saying.
I think it's very good domestically, the Bar Gorman fight. So.
It's good domestically, but on the international level, based off of you being known and you fighting other American fighters and stuff like that. So
I think there's a lot of stake.
I would agree, but I'm still going to take your head off.
Okay.
There's a lot on the line here, isn't there? I mean, you have to have a WBA gold title. You know, that getting into a position to probably be looking at fighting Manuel Charr. So, you know, for the regular title. So there's a lot on the line. Of course, internationally, I think you'd probably say that, you know, there'd be a bit, you know, interest, but both are great fights.
Is that WBA regular title a real possibility for either or?
I think either of these guys would really fancy that fight, to be honest. I think Manuel Charr sitting there pretty and not really being chased after by anybody, but I think these two guys, I think the winner on Saturday, without a doubt, they won that fight.
Right, we'll do some head-to-head photographs in a moment, and of course all the one-on-one interviews you might wish. But in the meantime, if there's any questions from the floor for either of the two guys, sing them out, please. No, don't be shy.
Don't be shy, not at once.
Yes. Oh, hello.
Here we
Here we go.
Sidecar.
You knew it was going to happen.
Sidecar, Sammy. Let's go.
Right, because of you, my mum calls me sidecars.
Damn.
You been sparring Marius Wack for this fight?
Nah, I sparred my.
FA Jaguar who else?
No, I'm not gonna tell you. But I haven't sparred Marius
No, I've watched a
Wack
couple of these spars.
since. I haven't sparred Marius since he was getting ready for Big Baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Marius can't handle me at all.
Yeah, Marius, come on now. Stuck in the mud, innit?
I mean, woo. I walked in off the block, off the corner. You know, in Philly, you know, in America we have corners. You know, we used to stand the lingo on. Took the call, I was like, damn, yeah, you want to work up in Newark? How many rounds? This. Went up there, boom, worked it. It was good.
To be fair, I'd sit on Joe's shoulders and beat Marius Wack.
You sitting on Joe's shoulders anyway. So.
I'd be a big man. Big
Napoleon syndrome a little bit, but you know, you sit on Joe's shoulders.
I'm looking forward to the fight. I'm pleased you're here anyway.
Yeah,
Any more for any more? Bunsey?
Come on, Sonny.
Come Bunty.
Sonny? Okay. Final words from Francis. We've got the big head-to-head press conference coming up tomorrow, but I think an entertaining preamble here, and it shows that we've got a very good bill indeed on Saturday night.
You've got these two guys, they are prime athletes, prime fighters, and you know that they're going to put it all on Saturday. Once again, the winners are the fans, and looking forward to seeing everybody on Saturday night, you know, in the arena. And if you can't be there, tune in live to BT Sports. I want to say a big thank you to Foot Asylum and 32 Red for their continued support as well.
Thank you very much for being here, and look forward to seeing you, most of you, tomorrow.
Thanks, mate.